Welcome to the SGT OET online review. For today's orientation, we're going to talk about the benefits and requirements as well as the test format and how you can study for the exam in order to pass it. Starting with the benefits, OET is a test intended for nurses, doctors, and other healthcare professionals to prove that they are capable of working abroad with the English language. This is currently being accepted in Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, and just recently, they've also started accepting this test in United States. The test is a lot more fairer and practical compared to other English exams because it focuses on the health setting. In terms of the grading system, instead of giving scores, they have letters for the grades that range from A, B, C to C+, D, and so on and so forth. In the listening test, in order to pass, all you need to do is get a B grade, whereas the reading also requires a B grade. And just last year, they implemented that writing in UK will only need C+ for you to work there. In terms of speaking, you will still need a B grade, but these are all achievable once you understand how to study for it. But before that, let's move on to the test format and understand how these 4 different parts of the exam may differ from your general or typical English test. When it comes to the listening test, this will be usually for around 1 hour, where you will have parts A, B, and C to answer at least 42 questions. Take note that while parts B and C are multiple choice, part A will be fill in the blanks always. The reading test follows a similar length at 1 hour, but this time part A will be taken first for 15 minutes. Here you will be required to read 4 medical texts and answer fill in the blank questions as well as 7 or 10 multiple choice items. Parts B and C will then be given after for 45 minutes. All of the questions from these parts will be multiple choice and you will have to answer all of them and the paragraphs within 45 minutes. The writing task is just 1 referral letter. Now this may take 50 minutes in total because you will be given 5 minutes to read the case notes as well as 45 minutes in order to write your letter. The speaking test will be given at a separate date and time from your exam, otherwise it may be held on the same date. But take note that this will just be 2 role plays between a nurse and a patient, so that you can prove to the examiners that you are capable of using the language in the hospital setting. When it comes to how to study for the exam, it's important to note how experience can be not just the best but also the most memorable teacher. And so we would like to recommend that you take the test already. Of course, we're not referring to the actual exam, which costs too much money. Instead, you could take the mock exams that SGT OET Online Review provides. These are absolutely free, and you'll be given at least 2 of them each week. The listening, reading, and writing will be conducted within 3 hours, whereas the speaking test will have to be conducted at a separate date and time since this has to be done one-on-one. When it comes to the listening test, there may be an answer key for you to check your grade, and the reading test will also have an answer key for you to check your grade, but writing and speaking will have to be done through coaching sessions, where the examiner or your coach will be assessing you and giving you your grade. Now, don't worry about taking all of these portions at one time. All I'm saying is that in the mock exam, you're free to experience the 3-hour mental marathon so you can identify what challenges you would have had in the real exam. The next step, once you've experienced the mock exam, is to focus on the subtests that you feel are failing in. You can improve your scores in these subtests by taking the following classes. Let's say after looking at the answer key from the mock exam, you got only a C grade in listening. In that case, please attend our listening class, which will help you focus and identify the answers in the audio. If you passed the listening test but got a C grade in reading, then that just means to say you need to attend our reading class, which will help you improve your comprehension as well as speed in reading. Take note that the reading may be the toughest of them all in your first try, but most students don't even get to write a letter in their first mock exam because they have no idea how to go about it. When that happens, what you can do instead of having coaching is take up our writing class. In the writing class, we will teach you how to write a formal letter for a nurse, doctor, or a social worker if that is the required task. Formats as well as guidelines will be given, and then you'll finally be able to write your own letter in the next mock exam. The speaking class is for those who have not yet tried speaking themselves. It's important to understand what the criteria is, as well as the techniques that you can use to alleviate or lessen nervousness in the role play. If you don't have any acting skills, the speaking class will turn you into a professional actor who can play the role of a caring and loving nurse towards an angry or irritable patient. Now, when it comes to the third step, all you have to do is repeat steps 1 and 2. Go ahead and take the mock exam again and see if you'll be able to get better scores in listening or reading, and if you'll be able to finish the writing exam. Once you have finished your letter, you may take this to writing coaching so that you can have your letter assessed, and if you get C+, all you need to do is get a B in speaking and you'll be ready to take the exam. So long as you are not getting these scores in the mock, then you should not be registering or scheduling for the actual exam. Because take note, the mock exams we provide in SGT OET online review are pretty much the same level as the actual exam itself. That's why we want you to continue this cycle of improving your scores through the classes or coaching sessions until you reach your target grades. After you've accomplished that, you may now schedule for the exam, and you will be guaranteed to pass because you've already passed the mock exams in SGT.